going to the house. We got about 400 miles to go. Been rolling for a minute. Today I'm going to talk about Super Trucker Dave. You guys stay tuned for that. And also the random fact of the day is coming from the culinary world. I learned something last night I didn't know. You guys stay tuned for that. We're going to get our butts home. So I'm going to have to take the lumber tarps out of this trailer, put them on my catwalk when I drop my trailer today, take them home and get my wife to help me fold these things back up the right way. They're not folded right. Man, I looked at them yesterday when I checked out the trailer and stuff. And I'm not saying the person that had this trailer before doesn't know what they're doing, but and them tarps are like twice as wide as they should be in that box, and they're just not right. So we're gonna fix them. That way I don't have to struggle with them later. Get those fixed this afternoon, and then tomorrow I'm gonna go see my grandpa. Looking forward to that. But you guys stick with me today, and we're gonna get our butts to the house. Let's go. And this rest stop was busy. Jeez. Like everybody needed to stop, decided to stop, something. So, are you new coming into the industry? Are you thinking about coming into the industry? Don't be a Super Trucker Dave.
Straight on ramp 557 south.
Oh, she's always talking. Maybe it's me. Maybe I just want to talk when she wants to talk. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. Anyway, what do I? If you're not in the industry, then you probably haven't heard Super Trucker Dave or Dan or Super Trucker Tom or John. I call them a-holes is what I call them. And you're going to encounter them. And you're going to notice them by what they do, their actions. They don't care about anyone but themselves. And there's plenty of them out there. It's always about me, 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 me. You're taking too long to back into a spot. I need to go. You're taking too long to pump your DEF. You're in my way. I'm going to cut in front of you to get this spot because I'm more important than you are. You're going to encounter them. When that happens, just calm, cool, and collectively let Super Trucker Dave go by. I encountered one the other day. I was pulling, I was at the pilot, and I was headed to the front, creeping around the parking lot, and I came up to there were several lanes of parking, and I come up to a lane, and you know, in a parking lot there's, I guess you could call it a right of way or whatever, but there's really not. I was not in the lane. I was actually going around trucks, and I had another trucker saw me coming, but went ahead and went and pushed his truck in front of me so he could set up to back into a spot instead of letting me go by and then backing into a spot. So I waited 5 to 6 minutes for him to back into his spot. I could have been parked in the building, getting my food, the whole time he was holding me up. But he was more important than I was. His spot was more important than me. And so I waited and I backed up so he could get maneuvered in, because he took a minute and was not set up correctly. And I patiently waited. You'll also notice them when you're trying to back in. And if you're new, you'll struggle backing in. Okay? You're going to struggle. Alright? And you'll notice Super Trucker Dave will come up and he will be right on you with his headlights on, blinding you so you can't see to back into the hole you're trying to back into, and just creeps up on you the whole time. And just creeping. Gets as close as he can to you and screws your whole thing up. That's a Super Trucker Dave. Don't be a Super Trucker Dave. It's the random fact of the day. We are back in Arkansas. Today's random fact of the day comes from the culinary world. Icing as we know it, the thick icing that we know today, was much, much thinner when people first started to ice cakes. They would pour it on and then stick the cake back in the oven and bake the icing onto the cake. It would turn it slick and it'd have a sheen on it like ice. And that's where it got its name of icing. Pull it back out, eat the crap of it. Now my great-grandmother made a chocolate cake that she did that with. She would cook this chocolate icing and would pour it onto the cake. And then as it cooled, it would harden. She didn't bake it on there, but it would just cool and harden to a hard icing. And it would encapsulate the cake. And oh man, it was the best stuff. My great-grandmother made it, my grandmother made it, and my aunt can make it almost as good as they do. And she has a cooking channel where she cooks stuff like that on YouTube. I'll link her channel down below. Her name is Judy. But yeah, man, that was some of the best cake, and it was slick like that. It was just, you know, you didn't pipe it on. It was just poured on, and it was good stuff. It was almost like a fudge icing. Miss it. And that's the random fact of the day. So I was telling you guys about those tarps. This is what they look like when I pulled them out of the trailer. And that is what it should look like. Got one more of those to do. That's going to be the end of the video. Man, it takes the breath out of you. It's hot. I think I've got some bonus video for tomorrow. So come back tomorrow and hopefully I'll have something for you. Hit that subscribe button. I'll see you tomorrow.